Welcome back, guys. Tesla Rental Guys. So today we're going to go through how I clean and detail my car, which is very similar to how we get our cars prepped for the rental trips. So we'll go through and talk about what supplies we're using, where we use it, some tips and tricks that we have. And yeah, let's get started. First thing we have right here is, this is something we don't normally do on the rentals, but for my car, I try to spray on this black interior trim with our interior spray. This is more just to get the gunk off at first. You can see it's really lost its shine or its matte finish from actually like the OEM. So this is, it says one tire, tires, interior, rubber, engine, basically just helps shine the black parts of the car. So what I do is I'll spray it into the actual brush itself. I'm gonna use this on the actual black trim. This might not be the best way to apply it, but it also does something, it really does a good job of like separating the dirt and it makes the shine come back. And I'll show you other spots we use this on. We have different brushes for tires and interior trims, but this, in my opinion, does a great job of giving it that kind of natural shine. Right here, you can see it building up. It does a really, really good job of just like making an extra layer of dirt come off. And I already wiped this down, which is kind of insane to me that it's also pulling up more dirt. Easy solution for me, wipe this stuff up. There's dirt still on there and it really shines it up, in my opinion. Kind of rub this through. This part of the Tesla, as any Tesla knows, gets super, super, super dirty. It's not that important to most people, but I try to keep most aspects of the car pretty clean. This car does have a PPF on it and it has some water spots right now because we just got back from the car wash, so we can get those off and I'll show you how we do that. This does a really good job of shining up the tires. I know it's really hard to find something that gets like that brown road debris per se gets caked on, but this is what we use here at our office. And right here, I think that's a relatively nice finish on a tire. I'm sure there's better products out here, but this is a water concentrate mixture. It's good to buy in bulk. This also is by Superior Image. They're actually a company out of Tempe near the airport, and it's where you can buy a bunch of your cleaning supplies in bulk. I believe you can buy it also on Amazon. So we'll have a link for the description for the products we use. We don't get any kickback. This is generally just the products we actually are using on our rental cars and my personal car. Quick, easy fix in my opinion. Obviously the car's been through the car wash, so most of the stuff's off the tires and it looks great in my humble opinion. Next up we have is a waterless wash spray. A lot of our cars come back from relatively short trips, so we have a waterless wash spray. It's pretty high concentrate right here. We use this to get the stuff off of our cars. You can see there's some water spots on this car just from going through the car wash. It's a quick spray on. We just rub this in and it really helps finish off the car. There. It's not perfect by any means, but this is, it's got some gunk on the actual PPF. Let's spray that in. Overall, it looks pretty good. I mean, you can tell where I haven't wiped it at this point, but it does a good job clean-wise. The PPF though, at this point, I've had this car for just over a year. It's starting to see some imperfections in the PPF, mostly from rock chips, maybe even something bigger than rocks. But you can see like right here, small little spot of PPF has been impacted. And honestly, it might have gotten through the PPF, which is kind of impressive. And I believe one of these corners, I hit something in my garage. You can see right here, small little spot where I scuffed it up just a little bit. PPF most likely kept that from actually scratching the paint, but it was a bin. And you can see small spots were scratched up. Overall, front end's held up pretty well. We have the interior spray, which I'll grab a new towel for. We'll get the links for all these products we're using. This can pretty much be used on anything except for the screen. It's multi-surface, plastics, vinyls, carpet, upholsteries, rinses and cleans with no film left on the surface. So one big thing we can use this on, and we actually do quite a bit, is the white seats. We really douse it on there and spray it on. This is a saver for us. It gets a lot of those, like the blue jean stains. People always talk about, I can't get my permanent stains out. Obviously it's not gonna get red wine out, but it does a really good job of just keeping and maintaining your white seats if you're a Tesla owner. So I keep my car pretty clean as is, especially in the interior. Renters, however, historically do not keep the cars that clean. So one thing I gotta clean up obviously is we have some trash in this car. I have the key, I have an old chapstick container. So we'll get that tossed out. Have some extra random stuff in here. We'll keep that there. Yeah, so overall, this is a good interior cleaner. Another spot this can be used is people's grimy fingers, even mine. You can kind of tell. Get these little spots right here from stuff building up. I just spray onto it and just rub it through. And you can see there were black lines there actually. And we got most of those out. this material seems pretty easy to clean. So if you are a makeup hands person or you work at a garage like we do, your hands can get pretty dirty. And this stuff does a really good job of just getting that stuff out of there. I probably don't do the correct spray method, just to spray it directly on, but it's what I have done in the past. So for floor mats, we got these from Nellis. It's actually nice brands. You can actually look at what they have. I have blankets underneath here. Try to get this interior all cleaned up. Clean up this actual floor mat. It looks like I have suitcase marks. Let's just get this cleaned up really fast. It's kind of smellless, which is unique. I think some people like having smells attached to their cleaning supplies, but I kind of appreciate not having a scent so that renters can't complain about, and you can see that's pretty dirty. And renters can't complain about having too strong a scent. You can spray this stuff on the upholstery like you saw. I have a device for this, but this also works just to get the dog hair off. It will stick to this. But this side upholstery is very, very difficult to get dog hair off. It's not the most exciting adventure in the world. So this seems to be somewhat efficient, even if you have a hair removal device. Just kind of brush it all in one direction to the edge and then kind of pinch in and you'll get a lot of that off. And by no means am I a professional detailer, but you can see that dog hair kind of gets stuck up on there. We just got this vacuum from Costco. I'm not gonna vacuum while we're filming because it's gonna be obnoxiously loud. I want to say these are like 80 bucks. It's a shop vac. We have two of them. You can see we have the extension cords plugged into the ceiling. One's on the left side, one's on the right side. So I'm doing the wrong side here, but this does miracles. So if you want a shop vac at your house, go to Costco. So right now I'm just using a degreaser. Actually, these car washes here in Arizona can use some pretty harsh chemicals and soaps. And I've noticed on the black trim on these Teslas, it gets like, if you can see it, you can see it kind of builds up spots and it looks like it's kind of like maybe the soap is sitting on it, it's being cooked into it. These degreasers do a really good job of getting that top layer of stuff off. I've heard people using WD-40 on this if it's really, really bad and it gets caked onto it. If you stay on top of it, you don't need to use anything too harsh and it makes it so it doesn't have any discoloration. Yeah, it looks a lot better as is right now. I could probably find a car that has it more prominent right now, but that looks good. So obviously this is a quick maintenance detail. This isn't, or even clean, the word detail is probably a good word. I'm just trying to maintain this car, keep it in good condition. It doesn't need to be spotless, right? But for us on rentals, they need to be rotated pretty quickly. It's not gonna be perfect, but there shouldn't be anything left over, right? It should be, seats should be clean, vacuumed out, should be sprayed down. The outside should not have very much dirt on it, maybe some dirt. And overall, the car looks like it's in pretty good shape. Like I said, it's not gonna be perfect. We did this in about 5 minutes. We could have done the door jambs still. Seats are clean, floor mats are clean, cup holders are clean. This would be ready to go for a rental in this world. But awesome, I appreciate you guys. Like I said, you'll have links in the channel for where you can buy this cleaning supplies. Next up, we got a video on the condition of this car about 1.5 years after ownership now. Some things I've noticed that you'll probably notice when you buy your Model Y, and I look forward to you guys watching that.